Hello, I'm Bood and it's that time of the week again, my friends. It's the return of my Journeyman series, The Road to Anywhere, and we're on to year 8, season 8. Insane. Absolutely crazy how fast this goes for a weekly show, but it is what it is. And as always, I appreciate you coming back for it on a weekly basis. You're a bunch of legends. I also appreciate it when you smash the like button. Go on, do it now. Go on, be a hero, be a legend. I know you want to do it. I also appreciate my patrons. You guys are amazing. If you want to be a patron, you can find a link to that down below. Now then, we're in Croatia still, with a great club, and we had a decent first season, but there's a lot I want to do it. So it's a league I've wanted to come to for a long time. It's a place I've got players from in the past, so I know these good players come through. But obviously once you're in a country, you start to see what kind of players want to come, what countries you need to scout and so on. It can get exciting, and I think this club is itchy. They're like the second team of Croatia. Dynamo are at the top, and I want to knock them off with an absolute passion. But you know, it's going to be hard work, it's going to be fun, and I've played another season of it, and I want to share it with you, and hopefully you want to watch. So let's get into it. So a quick recap, just in case, because it has been a week. But we finished second in the league, which is great. Then the club had been sitting around fourth. It had been underachieving for a couple of seasons, so we've gotten to second, which I think is fine. Because Dynamo, I mean, when I did the searches for the best players in Croatia, they're Croatian. I'd say 90% of them are at Dynamo. They've got the best academy on the game at the minute. So to come second, I was happy with. Some distance as well from third. We just need to make a few adjustments maybe. Euro Cup 2, we were knocked out in the semi-final by Celta Vigo, but I think that was pretty cool. The Croatian Cup, we won. So, you know, we had a good season. Financially as well, for a club like us, I think we're in a fantastic place. 70 million in the bank and 9 to spend. Like I said, I've been scouting, especially at countries like Argentina, because there seems to be a lot of players out, in Brazil as well, to be fair. Players with EU nationality. Regions, I don't know why there's so many, but there is. But Argentinians, you can get them quite cheap, some of them. And they want to come to Croatia, so it's a good place to look if you're in Croatia. Now, we had a good squad and we did pretty well, but I want to make a lot of changes. Some players whose contracts running out I want to get rid of. Some players I think I'll cash in on and get someone better just through scouting. Obviously, we had 2 players on loan. I wanted to get Alonso back, and I was going to try my best to do that. The lad at the top there, Milicevic, is it United, a regen? I was going to think about that one, I wasn't sure, but yeah, I had a lot of workings out to do, because you've got to be careful about what foreigners you bring in, because you're only allowed so many in Croatia. Or, not foreigners, non-EU nationals, even though I don't think we're an EU country. But it is what it is. But then you've got to think about Europe as well. I had a small pre-season, only 3 games. Only won 1 game, drew a game, lost a game, but that was against the Premier League team in Norwich City. Now obviously I've not made all my signings yet, but I don't think that would change the bookies' opinion on where we're going to finish. And you know, we are Croatia's second team at the minute. I mean, we've got 3 players in the starting team, 4 players, sorry, the goalkeepers in that team. And then it's Dynamo. They've got the back 4 and the main midfield men. But, you know, I think they're beatable. Now, I'm going to show you the 4 main guys I've sold. But I'm going to show you this guy first because I found it very strange, right? So, it's weird, right? I sold Medina. He was decent. He did really well for me, but he was a foreigner, and I found a left back I liked. And you only allow so many foreigners in a Croatian team, non-EU nationals. So Medina went because young boys came in for him, and I sold it for about 2.8 million. And you know, he's left. But he's only left this year, right? And he's already been loaned out twice. Why? Is it because he's a foreigner and they've signed him and gone, oh, actually, is a computer messing up? I don't get it. The lad's getting tossed about everywhere. Next player to leave was again a defender, and I think he was a foreign national. He's 29 years old. He was alright for me. He was decent. We've got a decent amount of money for him, so he's gone. Next up, another player left, a decent winger. He wanted to leave. I was quite happy to keep him because he had a bit of, well, he didn't have much potential, but he was a good squad player, to be fair. But he wanted to play more. He's gone back to Poland to a team. I think it's Poland's best team, really. Legia Warsaw. We've got about 3 million for him, so good luck to the lad. Now, our biggest departure was Darko. Now, he was a decent midfielder. He's Croatian. But again, he was decent and I wanted to do more. And to be fair, I've signed 2 players off them. So I don't know if they just spent the money I give them and bought one of my players. we're doing swapsies. So let's start off with my ins, and my first in, and we're well happy with, is Ante Dunic. Now you've got to know him because he's the kid I had at the beginning, I was super happy with, who got bought off me by Juventus on deadline day for 10 million quid. He can't get a UVT to save his freaking life. He's played for him once, and they put him up for loan. We jumped at it because not only is he Croatian, but he's homegrown. Next up, I found myself a lovely little left back, a wonder kid, Portuguese left back. So he's an EU national, but he was in Brazil. That's what I mean. There's loads of him for some reason, and this is why I let the other dude leave, because this kid's got some skill. He's got a minimum free release clause in his contract of about 15 million, so we can't change that at some point. I could see him going, but it cost me about 4 million stretched out. We've also found ourselves what I think is a new right back, an exciting new right back from Romania. It's cost me 3 million quid. Again, an absolute bargain. I mean, I think he'd be great. I love his determination. Feel really good about my fullbacks this year. I've got myself another pickup from Brazil. This one only cost me £500,000 quid. Some people say it's cheating when you have the Argentinian and Brazil leagues on in the background, but there's some good players there. If they're there, freaking tap into it. Again, I've gone back to Argentina and found myself a right winger. Answers on a postcard, please. 22-year-old Argentinian. Cost me a few million quid, nothing too much. Bargain basement, but look at his teamwork and work rate and technique and crossing. His personality ain't great, but just do it on the pitch for me, it don't matter. Then we snapped up 2 players from one of our league rivals in a way. They're not really a rival, mainly because they wanted to leave. Champions League, aren't we? You know what I mean? So yeah, we got Romero first, great centre half. Signed Marian Kuzminski, very good midfielder, and I poached him, so that's probably why they got rid of, signed the one off me. There's not really many great players in Croatia. The one we sold to them is a good player. I just want to start getting my own in, and players I really like, and I felt good about the business with them. So this is a squad depth, and I really think we can put up a title challenge this year, especially with the additions we've made. Now don't forget, you've seen the new guys, but I'll show you some of the key players still just to remind you. Romero was here on loan. I signed him last year. Yeah, when I came in, I signed him. Then I'd just been here on loan, was about to leave. We brought him in. A brilliant keeper, love him to bits. Obviously, we've got Mimi and Roos, the new fullbacks. Dunic's back, but he's going to play at centre half and in defensive midfield. We've got Vuskovic, don't forget, who's a brilliant defender. Now, if we move forward on the team, I'm going to go to the top, straight to the top. We've got Evando, who is 23-year-old. I signed him last year from Argentina, and he started off crap. I think he had to bed in, but then his second half of his season, he was out of this world good. So hopefully he can carry that on into this season. We've got some decent backups. Clinty, see, Ivan Dolcet, he's a good winger. I'll probably be playing Clinty. We've got a decent right wing backup as well. Cardozo, I'm going to try and sell though. He's a guy I brought in, not really settled in. He's a foreign national as well, so I've got 6. So someone's got to go. I don't want to get rid of the other 5. So yeah, he's probably going to be leaving us pretty soon. We've got Martinez in the middle, who's a beast, remember. He had a few attributes in him last year. You thought, is he going to be any good? Concentration, leadership, positions, all crap. But his passing was good, and that got even better, and he was brilliant. So hopefully he can stay brilliant. And yeah, I mean, got a few other squaddy players, but I think this squad's capable of sticking it to Dynamo. Staff is still great. I could do some more scouts, but I wasn't sure. I'm still doing a decent job myself. Enjoy doing it yourself. Do you like going to a country and I go through all the squads, man, or scout the players and scout the youth teams and bore myself to tears. And I know if you have more scouts, you get the reports quicker, but over the course of a year, I just don't want to sign scouts for shit. And this club is on the freaking up. And they might not give me a financial affiliate, which is totally fine. I'm alright with that. But they've improved the facilities all the way around, which is great. And now we're buying the stadium. We're going to be buying the stadium for the council. And I was like, you're going to own your own place and we're going to own our own stadium. So yeah, these are things you have to do in the game, aren't they? I know it's repetitive, but for some reason I geek out about it. I love it, and that's what I want to do with these clubs. I want to make them better. And while we're here, let's look at the Super Cup. And of course, we won the cup, the Croatian Cup. Dynamo Our rival won the league, so yeah, we got to meet them in the Super Cup and we beat them 2-1. Great performance, and it kind of laid a foundation for us to say to them, got fearless now, I think we're a bit of a team here, thank you for the trophy. We also had to try and get in the Champions League, but for us it wasn't going to be easy. There's going to be a lot of qualifiers, especially tough ones, and a very tough one to begin with against Zenit, although we beat them 3. We then got beat 4-2 at their place, but somehow, with the power of maths, obviously it's away goals, it was 5-5, 5 apiece, and we managed to do it on away goals, so yeah. Crazy. I mean, look when some of these goals were scored. How many goals were scored after the 90th minute? How many yellow cards did we get? On to play Sparta Prague, who we drew 0-0 with away. Would have liked an away goal. Bloody hell, couldn't score at home either. 0-0 at home, went to penalties, and we won on penalties. This has been a battle, hasn't it? But it's a battle. It's fun when you get through it. Qualifiers were not over, and we had to come up against one of Turkey's best teams, Besiktas, who we destroyed actually. It was nice to finally kick someone's ass. We beat them 3-0. They're supposed to be better at this stage as well, aren't they? Your opponent. But no, they were pretty shit at home as well, and we managed to score another 3, beating them 6-1. We sailed through this leg, right into the group stage, and we've been drawn in Group B with Monaco, Milan, and Borussia Mönchengladbach. And then little old us. Check that out. Are we going to get through it? No, but if we can get third, some freaking how, get into the Europa League, don't you? So this stage I've actually played some league games, but I want to show you this so you can see what my expectations are this year. Now the Croatian Super Cup we weren't asked about, but I was because of who we were playing. We were making a statement and we won that. Bit of silverware for me, good for the old CV. Croatian Cup, well, I get to the final, they always do. We're entering the first round later, so don't worry about that. Champions Cup, we've seen that. And then the league, who we are going toe-to-toe with right now, with Dynamo. And you've got some other teams. It's a good little league one. It's good fun. It's small, but it's fun. But yeah, Dynamo aren't giving it up yet, are they? But was I still loving it at the halfway point? Well, it's the 1st of January, and financially we are looking pretty good. This club's making tons of money at the minute. For our size, because our wage bill, we are lapping our tits off when it comes to money. You could just build something great here, couldn't you? I always get put off by the idea of trying to do something really special with the Eastern European teams, but I think a long-term saves kit. I think you could. I think if you do tap into Argentina and Brazil, you pick up some of these little buys, maybe you sell the odd one on for a huge profit, but as long as you keep that mill running and you keep bringing that talent in maybe and keeping hold of it and trying to put contracts in place where you don't just lose them for silly money, if you can, maybe you can do something, because the money you can make compared to your wages and stuff and your outgoings, maybe you could build something and do something in Europe eventually. But yeah, how are we doing in Europe? Well, we're in a pretty tough group, and I'm going to show you my 3 favourite games. The first is against Monaco, where we beat them. Rich little Monaco. 3-2. Bavando, by the way. He's a good player this year. I kid you not. We went away to Germany. It's a very good team from Germany. And destroyed them. Bavando with 2 again, by the way. 4-0. And then what I thought was brilliant is that not only did we beat Milan 2-0 at home, it's Milan, but we actually managed to each one of them teams beat them once. Brilliant. Which obviously means we didn't win the other 3 games, but we lost 2 and we drew 1. I mean, to beat each one of them at least once. I mean, we drew Milan, and that's probably the team I was most scared about just because it's Milan. And Monaco beat us 3-1. Gladbach beat us 1-0 at home. But I didn't expect this. I knew we were a good little team, but you don't know in Europe because you're coming up against big teams. Buzzing, and look at that! Look who is the leading goal scorer in the Champions League! Mr. Vando, no face himself. I mean, the guy this year's been a beast, and I don't even think he's that. And he's good. And I doubted about him last year until the end. This year, though, in the Champions League, he scored 10 and 12. In the first division, he scored a goal every game, 16 and 16. And he scored 1 in 3 in the Croatian Cup. And I was a little bit excited because we've drawn, no offence, but we've drawn Red Bull Salzburg, an Austrian team. A team we could potentially beat in the next round. I also love the fact that we're top of the league by 3 points. It's still close, but we're still undefeated. Talk about, and look who's leading goal scoring the league. obviously. Look who's the best player is in the league. He's a beast. Look who's got the most clean sheets in the league. 2 best player and man of the matches. Martinez is a beast. But yeah, it was going really well, wasn't it? I mean, look, it's just pretty much green apart from our last game we drew. We drew 1-1 with Dynamo, but it's Dynamo. We beat them 1-0 later on in the season. And we're just steamrolling everyone pretty much. And I'll get to a point where I think I can win every game. Or at least not get beat. And this is my squad, arranged by average rating, and yeah, obviously, Ovando. It's a fucking stormer. 27 goals, halfway. Then Martinez again in the middle. Brilliant. Cyro, my new right winger. Brilliant. Yeah, I mean, I can't really complain. Some of the guys here last year, the new guys have come in and settled in. Junic, well, I was gutted to lose him, so I'm buzzing. No, he's not mine now. He's only on loan, but to have him back, I felt like I got cheated out of a good young player. To have him back, he's just dead-handed to have. He's a great centre-half, good defensive midfielder. And then all the other guys, even like Barton, guys who aren't in the 7s average rating-wise, some of these guys are still doing good jobs. The goalkeeper is great. So, do you know what? Sometimes when you're winning, it can get boring, but it felt really, really enjoyable this, because at the league, I want to topple someone. I've got a goal, and then in Europe, we're just punching above our weight. So you're just going to enjoy that ride while it lasts. And then don't forget, we're still in the Croatian Cup. I'm not going to show you these individually because it's early doors, but we've got ourselves into the semi-final. Don't know who we're playing yet. We just scraped through penalties in the last one, and each game's has been a bit of a challenge. To be fair, but I have been rotating the squad a bit. And apart from wanting a money affiliate, they give me anything I want. So I can't really complain. I just wonder if when you're in a lower league, even if you're in the top division, you can't get a money affiliate. Maybe your league's got to be a certain rep. That's just a theory. In league though, we're edging a little bit. Now 6 points clear. We have lost though. So I can't call myself the Invincibles to a team who are second from bottom. Rotation though, isn't it? Sometimes you rotate. It is what it is. But, you know, Ovando is still a beast. Absolute beast. Romero, beast. We're doing alright, man. I had a bit of faith. I didn't know we were going to be this good. Defensively, we are absolutely bossing it. Dynamo don't even have the second best defence, but they do have the best attack, which, you know, shows you they've still got a lot of quality and they're still super dangerous, and you can't underestimate them. In the league, obviously, we've been great. Up until recently, we've started to wobble a bit. I mean, over the last 5 games, we only won 2. There could be different reasons for that. There's always reasons for it, isn't there? Getting towards that real business end of the season, fatigue, the odd injury. Europe, maybe, was going to be a lot tougher than I thought. I really felt like we could do something against these, especially at home. So to get beat in a pretty even game, yeah, I was disappointed, and especially disappointed because they scored. I mean, they scored and we came straight back, and then they scored at the death. But with a similar score, different kind of game, but similar score at their place. It was 2-1, so obviously it went to penalties, and we won. I freaking hate penalties, though. Absolutely hate them. But now, playtime is officially over. Obviously, I've got none of the big leagues running, but this is still Paris Saint-Germain. They're still going to have crazy good players. Yeah, if you want to pause it, see what they're up to these days in the year 2027. I mean, they've got some okay players. I've only just found out. I don't know why I've only just found out. I could put my own picture on. I hate the computer face. Last year, my computer face was brilliant. This year, they made it worse. But now I've realised I can just have my own face on. So again, the squad's looking great. The squad's looking fantastic, to be fair. Some guys are going to be leaving here. You can see 3 of them already have signed deals because the contract's running out and I don't want them. And I kind of got planned to stay in here for another year. I've got things I want to do, so I'm not planning on leaving just yet. I don't know. But I'm making sure that if I do stay, I have got a plan and targets in mind and scouting this. So you can pretty much probably tell where I'm scouting EU nationals in South America, maybe. But it is what it is. So yeah, some players already want to leave, but that's fine. But the main guys are still the same guys, and we were going to be relying on this man to stay fit and to keep scoring. Now, last time we looked, some crappy Chinese team, I think it was, were interested in him. I think Mr. Lotario Ovando's stock has risen. It's now Paris Saint-Germain wanting, and Olympiacos. And our rivals Dynamo are starting to hit a bit of form. They've not been beaten for a while. Obviously, they've got us in the semi-finals. They got knocked out of their Champions League group but finished third, so got to the Europa Cup and then got knocked out by Basel. So they've got now, apart from the cup in the league, it's all about them for them. And we're in bloody Europe. Have you ever seen a little team look so out of place? I mean, Olympiacos, why can't we get them? That we could have beat them. Well, it's now the end of the season and we're going to find out what we managed to do. I love this club. Training facilities are getting better, everything's getting better. We own our own stadium and, you know, really want to grow these teams and that. It's good to try and build a career, but sometimes you want to build a club as well. And that's what it's all about, innit? And I've had a lot of fun. But did the season end fun? Or did it all go tits up? It started off pretty well because we beat our arch rival Dynamo 2-0 in the semi-final. They're a dangerous team, they're a very, very good team. But super happy with it, and we booked ourselves in the Croatian Cup final again. This time coming up against arguably Croatia's third best team, but they were no match for us. We looked like Barcelona and we played like Barcelona. Look at the average ratings, scored loads of goals. Avando, I love you, my friend. We got another trophy. I've done alright in cup competition so far. Then it was over to the Champions League. And I still smile at this because 0-0 against it. I thought we were going to get annihilated. Look at the wages on, look at the value of their players. 0-0. And we kind of matched them toe to freaking toe. Paris Saint-Germain. Who beat us? They beat us. They knocked us out. They beat us 2-1 at home. But again, we played a lot better at home and they should have won. Should have scored more. We went out of 10 then, which doesn't help. Near the end, but it don't help. We had a lot of bookings. Avando scored, which was great. I think he kind of trying to boost his own CV, maybe, to try and get Paris Saint-Germain to sign him because they were interested in him. But to not get annihilated by him, I'm really proud of this. I think it's a great achievement for a club like us. But the best bit is easily this. To win the Croatian First League is brilliant because Dynamo are a top team. A great team, some of the best players in the country. We only won it by 3 points. We took it down to the wire pretty much. And you'll see why in a minute. But we finished with the leading goal scorer and the best player. We're going to struggle to keep hold of him because he's fantastic. But this just looks bloody brilliant. It's my first league title, so it's going to look good for me going forward in other jobs. And as you can see, going into the end, we're pretty good, apart from getting beat off them. So they did try and put a stop to us taking their title off them because it is their title. They've won it that many times, but maybe we can make it our title because defensively we are amazing. Look how good we were this year. I've got an amazing defence. They're just still super dangerous going forward, aren't they? Super freaking dangerous. Yeah, can't write them off just yet. Financially though, we're in a great place, and you're probably thinking job done here, but I don't think it is. I think sometimes you want to do a job and move on, in a Journeyman, but I think sometimes you've got to think about your legacy, and I kind of want to build something, a bit of weight behind my career maybe. And 26 and 27 million is a lot of money to spend for me, especially when I know what kind of markets like Argentina I can tap into. So it was going to be exciting because this great team I've built. I've got players already leaving on free transfers. I've got 3 or 4 of them. As you know, I've got a couple of good squad players who've been here a long time, want new challenges. 2 best players, Avando, obviously was wanted by some Chinese team and some others. Now he's now wanted by Paris Saint-Germain. Have gone off the thingy, but Valencia, Sevilla and Barcelona. You've got Martinez, the little midfielder, Borussia Dortmund. So I've got big bids going to come in for some of my big time players. This team I've built that we could, build a legacy with, a dynasty in Croatia. I think it's going to 50% of it's going to change, which is a new challenge to me because I want to maybe rebuild this team, be successful again next year, and then look at leaving. To me, I feel like I've got a 3rd year here in Croatia. So you go, that is the end of season 8 and the end of year 2 here with Hajduk Split in Croatia, but I've loved it. We're champions of Croatia, we've got the Croatian Cup, we did well in the Champions League. We're back in the Champions League, a bit easier this time because we're going in as champions. But I'm not done here. I don't feel like we've got enough big enough goal for on Dynamo. The team's going to get ripped up and I want to rebuild it, and I want to try and rebuild it and be successful because I think that's a sign of a good manager. Can I actually do it? If it goes tits up, then fair enough. But I want to have a go at that this week while I'm playing it and really try. I want to know what you think, and maybe some of you want me to move on, but I don't want to yet because I believe there's one more year. And if I'm honest, when I do move on, I want to leave Europe now. My next step's jumping out there, so I need some weight behind my career. But I want to know what you think. I want you to smash that like button, get commenting, become a patron, watch all my other videos, become a legend. I love you. I genuinely do. I love the support this little series of mine gets every Saturday. It really means the world to me, seriously. So stay safe, stay happy. If you ever want to talk to me, get in touch. I'm Bood. I'll see you next week.